Hi there, welcome. Welcome to a very short little set of a few songs. These are a set of songs I recorded at Peace How, which is up in Borrowdale, a few weeks ago on the International Day of Peace, which was the 21st of September. I was up there doing an interview with Jess Gillam, who's just started a great series on Radio Cumbria, and she'd asked me to kind of choose somewhere that meant somewhere special to me, and I immediately thought of Peace How. And while we were up there, I decided to do a bit of recording, and these tracks have just gone live on Spotify today, and they're also available on YouTube. So I thought I'd just introduce them by way of this live stream. I have to admit, I'm feeling a bit kind of nervous. I don't normally get nervous. I'm not even performing, just playing videos, because I don't even know if it's working. That's the thing. So I'm kind of fingers crossed. You're watching this, you can hear me, you can see everything that's going on. So there's three songs. And Peace How, for those of you that don't know, it's this remarkable little hillock in Borrowdale, which is in the Lake District, and it was a gift to the nation by Canon Rawnsley in 1918. It was a gift to the nation as a place for somewhere that soldiers who were fighting in the war, who had returned from the First World War, could find a sense of peace. So it's always been just like a really beautiful, peaceful place. It's not very difficult to get to, but it's also not that easy to find because it's not on every map. But it's only like literally 100 yards walk from the main road, so it's a great place to come. And there's fantastic views down the valley to the lake and up the valley into the jaws of Borrowdale and Castle Crag and everything up there. So I recorded 3 songs while I was up there, and that's all I'm planning to do in this little live stream, is just share these songs with you, the live recordings that I made up there. The first one is Dona Nobis Pacem, which is just literally Latin for "Give us peace." So this is something that I wrote a few years ago with choirs in mind, but it's also one that I just really like. So it was really nice to play this up at Peace How. So this is Dona Nobis Pacem. Give us peace, give us peace, oh give us peace, give us peace, give us peace, peace, oh give us peace, peace, oh give us peace, give us peace, give us peace, oh give us peace, oh give us peace. give us peace. Oh, give us peace. Give us peace. Give us peace. Peace. Oh, give us peace. Peace. Oh, give us peace. Give us peace. Give us peace. Oh, give us peace. Oh, give us peace. There you go. That's the Dona Nobis Pacem from up at Peace House. So I decided with this little suite of songs that I wanted to support the Peace Pledge Union. So these are the people that make the white poppies, as well as the British Legion, the Royal British Legion's campaign for red poppies, which I also support. But I like the idea behind the Peace Pledge Union's white poppies is that they're about remembering all the victims of war, and especially civilians, as well as people from all nationalities, and as a commitment to peacemaking. So I think there's room in the way that we remember, for remembering the heroes that gave their lives to preserve our democracy and our ways of life, as well as the many civilians around the world who are victims of war. So the second song I've chose to record up at Peace House is actually a traditional. I would say traditional. It's a folk song written by Robert Anderson, who's known as the Cumbrian bard, and this is a song that he wrote at the end of the Napoleonic Wars. So in 1815, 1816, but it's it's a great song. But one of the things that's remarkable about it is that the themes that he was talking about over 200 years ago are still very contemporary, and it's a great song that charts the impact of war on everyday people, the people who fight in wars and the people that wait for them to return. Robert Anderson wrote in dialect, so in Cumbrian dialect. So I've done my best at interpreting West Cumbrian dialect. I'm from West Cumbria. You wouldn't know necessarily to listen to us, but I'm from West Cumbria, and all my family are from for generations. But I don't habitually speak in a West Cumbrian dialect. So it's a bit of a learn to do it justice. And this does come with subtitles. Because some of the words might be a bit unfamiliar, so I've done some subtitles for this song, which are kind of paraphrasing what is actually being said in the song. So this is Peace by Robert Anderson, marking the end of the Napoleonic Wars. You'll hear a reference to Bonaparte, which is the Cumbrian term for Bonaparte. Now God be praised with peace at last, for nickel has been down. I seconded them nickels as they've had in every town. The king thought war would ruin our, and Bonaparte the same. Now some say Jan and some say Beatha Mickle been to blame. And many a wife will weep for joy, and many a bairn be fain to see the fathers they forgot come safe and sound again. And many a young will look in vain with doubtful hopes and fears, and off the guilty wretches blame that set folk by the ears. My cousin Tom went off to sea and lost his left hand thumb. He tells sick tales about the wars that make us all sit dumb. He says it is a real fearful work for all that's forced to see it. The bullets whizzing past Yen's lugs and dropping down like sleet. And Peter, our peer servant lad, was far our proud to work. A captain soon he hopped to be with our great Duke of York. With powdered heat away he marched, brung him a wooden leg. Now many's a time he's rude since sign, for now he's forced to beg. And our O'Sully would be fain should Lanty but come back. Then round the fire a winter's nights we will have many a crack. He'll tell us all the ins and outs, what he can write and read, but Sully's hard for sermon break if he's among the deed. When murderous wars all set aside, how happy folk would be, but many a ruler's pride throughout the world we see. To fratch and fecht's all their delight, they like to crush the peer. Would they do good as all folks should? Huh, ills the world mun bear. Aye, but I used to wonder much and think what thousands fell. Now what they've all been fechting for, delaying can tell. But God be praised with peace at last, the news have spread afar. May England, like the wide world, hear nae mair of murderous wars. There you go. That's Peace by Robert Anderson, the Cumberland Bard. So the third and final song in this set is one that I've had in my repertoire for a good long while. It's called The Bells of St. Nemo's, and I wrote this one, I don't know, probably maybe 30 years ago or something, I think. And it's one that I wrote when I was experimenting with guitar harmonics, so kind of using your fingers to play the guitar just play the harmonics on the guitar in a particular way, and it sounded like bells, and I kind of thought about bells and what that reminded me of, and I was particularly drawn to some of the World War One poetry. So this isn't based on any particular World War One poetry, but it's probably with the poems of Wilfred Owen in mind, and some of those images about being soldiers being herded like cattle into trains, taking them away to the front. So I've made recordings of this. A Mouthful, we perform it with Mouthful as well and do a lovely version of that. But I've never made a live recording of it. I've tried to record it a few times, and it's actually quite tricky doing a recording of it outdoors because it's very quiet, so it doesn't need much wind noise for a recording to be ruined. But I think I managed to get a good capture of this up at Peace House. So this is the third song and the final song in this little set, and it's called The Bells of St. Nemo's. Somewhere familiar, somewhere in time, the bells of St. Nemo's beginning to chime. Somebody listens for what can't be heard, somehow believing in something unsaid. And sometimes in silence, a half-heard, half-whole, the bells of St. Nemo's silently toll. So as our train pulls away from the dark siding shed, the bells of St. Nemo's ring in my head. Now we're leaving the country for no one knows where. Our life chords dissolving like bells in the air. The mists that we lurch through absorb every sound, and I swear that it's hard to say where we are bound. And there's no time to relax here, especially when you fall through nightmares littered with what once were men. You see their last gasp suspended on silver threads hung, but I'm blind to their eyes till my own sad bell is rung. Above all the strapped down adrenaline fears, above all the silence of blood brooding years, above all the deafening roar of the shells, I swear that I still heard the St. Nemo's bells. And it was those bells I heard there, bronze loud and pure, as your weapons of death spilled my life on the floor. And above all the blood and the mud and the pain, a single tolling bell recedes like peace in my brain. Don't you grieve for me, though my young life is spent. I signed up for country and never understood what that meant. And with brothers and fathers, husbands and sons, we pass into history as wars that no one won. And let not time steal our memories, nor mists murk the past, nor old graves be covered with lichen and moss. And pray for the day when the fighting may cease, and the bells of St. Nemo's ring as bells of peace. And pray for the day when the fighting may cease, and the bells of St. Nemo's ring as bells of peace. Great, thanks for listening. That's the end of this little set of songs, the Peace Out EP, live from Borrowdale and recorded on the 21st of September on International Day of World Peace. All three of the tracks, if you liked any of them, they're all available on Spotify now, so you can just search for them. If you can find my profile on Spotify. They're up there on Spotify to stream if you want to. And they're available on YouTube as individual videos as well, if you want to listen to them again or watch this again or tell your friends. And if you want more information about the Peace Pledge Union, I'm going to see if I can get this in the right direction. Then that's their website, which tells you more about the work that they do. So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you next time.